Rome Total War II. I already did the Wrath of Sparta, so you kind of get some of the game mechanics, but for anyone who's new to it, it's a grand strategy game, and you get to play as Rome or other different factions within the world. I'm playing single player now, so I'll get to kind of show you kind of what the game's about, but you can play multiplayer, where one of you is a faction, another one's a totally different faction. You can also play co-op, where two of you may be two different houses within Rome. Now, the campaign starts around the year 272 BC, right after the Samnite Wars, at which point Rome holds pretty much the, from about Rome down, the Italia and Magna Graecia, and that's about it. At this point I've expanded somewhat. These are relations to me. This isn't what I actually own. If I go from here to the map, it will show you my territories are. So I hold right now pretty much all of Italy, some of Illyria, Pannonia, Corsica and Sardinia, and also Carthage. Now I started off a little earlier. I tried a little different strategy. Carthage was at war with Syracuse. I decided to ally with Syracuse and let them duke it out. They substantially, whittled each other down, at which point I kind of stepped in and took over Carthage. So that was a strategy that worked. Right now Carthage still has some islands off the Iberian Peninsula, but I'm looking to try and squeeze them out at some point. Again, 132 BC, it's been about 100, each turn is a year and a different season, so it's been, do the math on that one, about 133, 34 years. So I haven't really expanded too much at this point, but I'm trying to follow my objectives and do sort of what the Romans did, and branch my way up into Gaul, and then also Iberia. So I just recently, at this point in the game, since I'm already on a campaign, declared war against the Lusitani, who started off around Portugal, ended up conquering much of Spain in this scenario. Let's see. Yeah, if I go to summary here, it shows I'm military allies with Knossos, Epirus, and Athens, kind of out of the way. Defensive allies with Cyprus, Egypt, and Colchis. So now I'm at war with Blemmyes, which is south of Egypt, the Averni, the Lusitani, and slaves. Now, trade partners with just about anybody, and I have a client state, Massila, who this is like modern day Marseille. They're up here. During the game, I sort of left them alone as well. Another Greek colony. I was on good terms with them. I thought, why fight them? So at this point, I'm on the verge of my initial conflict with the Averni. Up to now, we really haven't had any issues with each other, but it looks like now that I've declared war on them, they're ready to go. So again, to sort of follow what I do on my other one, I've got 5 turns. I'm working on technology right now. Looks like I'm working on land reclamation as a strategy. I'm doing well financially. Got 50,324 in the treasury. Gonna get another 8,724 next. I've got good food over it. It's winter of 138 BC. So I'll try to play a turn here. Maybe we'll get to see a battle, but I'm already into a campaign. So first I check my events. I've already gone through them the last time. I'm going to go through unit by unit. So Quintus Attius Structus. I have to sort of remember where I'm going. I have him set to go east here. It looks like he's going to do something against the Lusitani. I have to go back to the map really quick to see what the Lusitani have. Here they are. This is kind of where he's looking to go. I want to branch west from Carthage, so he's working on that area. That's where he's going to help me out. So he's gone western there. I've got an army heading in. It looks like I'm going to make my move, and I've got an army heading both east and west. So if he could actually subvert them, let's see. He's got to rally slaves, raid it, or assault the garrison. Looks like a raid causes minor damage across the target settlement and reduces the slave population, so I'm going to go with the raid. Even though, well, I have more. See over here, it shows percentage chance of being able to complete the objective. I don't want to cause a slave revolt because I'm thinking about taking it over. I think I'll go with assault the garrison.
This piece cannot move any further now. It will be available again next turn.
So, he failed at his subversion. You gotta try. Alright, so he's done. Tutoria Calvina, he was a hero. Tutoria Calvina, she's a spy. And I'm not exactly sure what I had her doing. It's just, I know, like I say, we're at war here with Blemis. And we're friends with Egypt. So I think what I was going to do, they've got an agent up here who's causing problems. It looks like the Egyptians are moving towards Myos Homo. So I'm going to move north and see what we can see here at Diospolis. They have a large army there, and I don't want them to move north here. I'm going to see what she can do. I'm going to try to intercept their orders. No. I'm going to go for wrecking the baggage train.
They will never know I was there.
Ah, and so she's wounded. It's one of the risks. Sometimes she just doesn't work, but here she was wounded in action. So she tried and she was caught in sabotage. What she does now is she returns home and eventually she'll get back out into action, but for a while I cannot use her. So next I'm going to Tarpia Cornuta. I've got her pretty much watching the borders here. This is back up east of modern day Croatia. We are not at war with anyone here. Looks like we're on good terms with these guys. The Tribalii, I think they're a newer faction that sprung up. But I just kind of wanted her to keep an eye out along the edges. I don't know, I don't necessarily trust the Ravisi to the north. I've got Segestia, which is kind of left open, and Patavium. I mean, I could put guys there in short order if I need to, but I think I'm going to have her. Since I'm on my way to garrison this town, I'm gonna put her at the border here. I wonder if I could get her. Yeah, there I can hide her in the woods, so she won't be seen.
Is there nothing else?
And I was gonna have her do counterintelligence, but I'm just gonna leave her here. That way, in case for some reason there are, RVC come across the border, they would be stopped when they run into her.
How can I serve Rome?
Pasuvius Coedius Scipio. Again, I'm gonna punish these names. All right. He is my diplomat, and it looks like I've got two of these guys here, and I've got a force moving in from the north. That's going to cause problems. I'm going to need some help over here, and I'm going to need to get her out because she's already causing problems. So I'm going to go over here and see if I can maybe. No, she's going to be difficult to turn. He's going to be a little bit easier to turn. I'm going to try and turn him with coercion. See if he'll join our cause.
A well-placed threat has great power.
Agent hindered.
My mission was a
I did not coerce the enemy into joining your
success.
cause. Nevertheless, the enemy's progress was hindered. So he cannot do anything at this point, I don't think. I hope. Now my guy there is kind of done for his turn. Another dignitary, Tiberius Bibenius Catalus. And what is he doing? He was just ahead here. I'm gonna bring him back because I need some of this for their work. He's not going to be any better at manipulating her. He must be new. I'm just going to move him.
You have selected a target outside the highlighted area. This means your character cannot reach its target this turn. Provided that an enemy does not block their path, they will continue the journey during the next turn.
You got that? Alright. So that's where he's going. I'm actually going to take the opportunity and hire a new agent. Because I think I'm able to get... No, I guess I'm all full. I got 2 spies, 2 dignitaries, and 2 heroes. Alright, never mind. Okay, now I'm going to my fleets. Looks like I was sending this fleet to Arminum. Even though I don't remember exactly why, but there you go.
Ships to port.
Gonna garrison that
The road
port.
system within a region will improve as prosperity increases. Better quality roads increase the movement range of the armies and agents who use them, as well as the line of sight from both the road and the nearest settlement. They also improve the chances of detecting enemy agents.
Here, if you hover over a road, you can see the trade going on. You can see who we're trading with, what we're trading, and how much. So looks like we've got a lot of imports from all over the place right now. The Dumnonii are one of our biggest. Dumnonii is up in Britain, I believe, at this point in history. Okay, so that's there.
For orders.
Classis Quatrum Aludi. Alright, so they are... I think they are sort of the fleet that we're using to protect the shore. Now, we've recently allied with Epirus, so we don't have to worry as much about them. I don't know if we have many other... I don't think we have any other real threats within the Mediterranean down here at this point. So I may decide to move them to Carthage to keep the Carthaginians from, or Carthaginians, whatever you want to say, from attempting to regain their capital city. Classius Due Fidelis. We're going to bring this ship in and attack, so we're just going to let them go to the end of their turn there.
Ready for orders.
They got the Legio Due Antiqua with them. Legio Quattro Invicta. Or Quarto. Oh, I don't know how you speak Latin. I don't do it. These guys are mostly backline defense. They're in the otter. The province is pretty happy, but they're not always ecstatic. I'm going to actually move them up. I'm not as concerned about Iata as I am about Segestica, which is in the same province, so I'm actually going to move them up that way.
Call this a
See, I have a little penalty here for the population. The happiness of the population goes down without the garrison there. But I'm going to feel more comfortable with them in Segestica.
command.
The Legio Una Italica. They were already going to Carthage. I didn't mean to be in my neighboring land here. I accidentally withdrew them. Legio Marta. Okay, now these guys were actually gonna make the move on Yol, but the only problem is I think I was gonna do a double effort with these guys. So I think instead what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have them fortify their position.
You there. Get to work.
It sets up defenses, fortifications, and then on my next turn I may coordinate an attack with them and this other group. That way I've got the numbers. Never going for a fair fight. You should always try and wipe out your enemy. Now, Cappadocia. I believe I'm allied with Cappadocia. Check my diplomacy. No, I am not. Wait a minute. Yes, Cappadocia is my ally. Wait, let me go to my allies and so forth. No, I am not. Where is Cappadocia in my... Oh yes, we're good terms. We're friendly with them. We're trading with them. they somehow came through here and took much of Thrace. Thrace was a big problem for me until recently. It became a giant kingdom, held most of this area. Now, I have friends in here. The Thracian, Daco-Thracian Confederate's been reduced to that little spot. But Macedon, or Macedon, or whatever, they've sort of migrated south. They were kicked out of Pella, and now they're kind of down here. They took over Epirus in some of their area, and they are not friendly. So I'm going to leave my troops there in Delminium to support them should the Macedonians decide they're going to branch north. But that is quite an army I got there. I don't see anyone causing any problem. Now here we've got a Daco-Thracian Confederation. I think they're left over. I think they were knocked out by the Cappadocians. I'm sorry, I was on my legions.
Ready for orders. Ready for battle.
Right, okay. That's why I decided to leave them. The Illyricans. These guys were heading to... they're heading there, but I think I'm going to need to pull them west here. I don't think I'm too worried. Looks like the Massilians have a force up here. And they're on a forced march, that's what that shows. So I'm not worried about the pass right now into the Alps. I'm going to move them back here and put them on the road in front of Messina. Or Massalia.
Waiting for more orders.
Oh, they were on a forced march. Oh, great. I didn't even know that. In a forced march, they've got a negative 25% morale for all units now because they're forced to march all the way out there. I'm supposed to check those things. It shows my icons that are here. Show what stance they're in. I'm supposed to put them in normal stance. That way they wouldn't tire themselves out. Alright, the 3rd Legion I'm going to put at Singadin. And those are all my legions. Now I'm going to check my provinces, see if anyone needs anything. I've got food shortages in these 3 places. So I'm going to see if there's anything I could build that will up the food. And really, currently, there's not. The only upgrade I have available, I can go from auxiliary barracks to auxiliary garrison. That's going to eat more food. And I've got a -1 food shortage in this province. Now, I can issue an edict here. I mean, I've got 2 provincial edicts that are currently going. I think they're going in Italia and Magna Graecia. I think I'm going to remove the edict in Magna Graecia. And I'm going to use the Bread and Games edict here in Corsica and Sardinia, which is going to give me more food. Their public order. Pannonia also at a -1. Nothing's going to bring in more food here. I think I'm going to remove the Italian edict as well. Tax harvesting. Oh, of course. No, that doesn't make any sense because... Well, Salpina, I guess maybe I could work on something. Romanization. Conversion of Latin culture. Commercial stimulation. I'm going to go with Romanization. I actually didn't need to remove it from Italia. These are the places where I don't have the full... I cannot issue an edict if I don't have the full region. So I'm sorry, Pannonia will not allow me. I don't want to build anything that's going to cost me more food. Theater, that's all going to cost me more food. So I've got a lot of money, but really nothing to spend it on. Alright, so that's kind of the end of my turn. I really don't have... I can't raise any more forces. I have all my armies. 8 armies, 4 fleets. And I'm going to end my turn here. And we'll see what happens. It's likely I'm going to get into some kind of conflict, so it looks like we'll probably could see a battle. Carthage keeps trying to reach out and re-grab a foothold. I don't blame them. I probably should have taken care of them completely when I had the chance, but I kind of felt bad about them. Didn't want to wipe them off the planet. Again, we weren't bring mostly to bring the world into its culture as opposed to wipe out cultures. And it ran into problems. Now here I've got an ambush. I don't know how they ambushed me, but I'm in a bad position and I can't get out of it. So it looks like I'm gonna have to fight this battle. There's no way to get out of it. This is gonna be a big one, and I've got a bad setup. This isn't look good. The Battle of Massalia, 138 BC. They're gonna have at least a superior force. They're gonna put me on the ropes, and I'm gonna end up getting kicked out of here. Not good. I shouldn't have been on the forced march. Here's the map. They're gonna show up on either side. I'm gonna start off in the middle, and I'm gonna have to quickly get my troops into position. Here we are marching along.
We can win this! Keep your heads and kill the buggers! Swords drawn and...
Here they come on either side. Alright, so now I want to draw them into a formation as quickly as possible. I don't know where my general unit is, way up at the front.
Our general is under attack.
They're trying to close me off. They're trying to take out my general so I don't have a chance. I'm trying to get my general out of there. They did a really good job. I kind of have to make a move here. I've got to get some of these guys out. I don't know if I have any. Alright, I've got cavalry. I've got to kind of react
The
here.
men are wavering.
Their men are wavering. We really have to do something amazing here because I'm going to charge on these guys.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Alright, I'm sort of throwing guys in here. I'm trying to use my cavalry where I can. If I can take out their missile troops, I can keep them from coming at me with missiles. These guys are all fleeing. I can't use them. This is going to end up badly, but it's possible.
Our general has fallen.
I guess we just lost our general. All because I was set in the wrong stance. Yeah, these guys are pushing out through here pretty quick. We're losing guys all over. This fell apart really quick. I can... See, I'm just losing guys.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful
at this
display.
point, I may take everyone I can select and pull them toward the edge of the battlefield. So that they can retreat and I can keep some of them. Whoa, that's some quick panning.
Our men
Now
flee
if I
the
hit
field
insert,
of battle.
it'll bring me in
This is a shameful display.
at a personal level. You can kind of see what's going on here. Now of course our cavalry is going to be out ahead of everybody. But the detail's pretty good on these battles. And I pull my cavalry out, everybody else is sort of left to the wolves, but I'm trying to pull back to the edge of the map so that they can flee off the map and maybe I could salvage some of this army. Here's the surrounding terrain. Now this is actually terrain on the campaign map as well. See, there's the sea to the south. It's Italy's back that way. They came down through Gaul. This is the carnage. A lot of Romans in there. Some still moving around, I think. I can close some of these down so you can see. There's some Averni in there. Not what we had hoped for our first conflict with these guys. It was a bit decisive in the wrong direction. Although I gotta tell you, I do see a lot of Averni strewed across the field here. But I think I see more Romans. Yeah, these are all Romans. There's Roman cavalry, I believe, dead. So we've fallen back here to the edge. I may do... It looks like they're letting us go. We've got a couple units here that are fleeing that way. Now we've got one unit here. These guys might be able to take out this one unit. I mean, they're kind of letting us go, but I think we might be able to manage something from this.
Double time! Equites! Hack them down!
There, they just threw some spears in there. Yeah, they're killing some guys. They're getting them trapped down there. Our guys are gonna turn and throw right into them. We might be able to do some damage on these guys. We're gonna have our cavalry running. This is what a cavalry charge looks like in person. Of course, I should stop my artillery from tossing into there and tell them to cease fire. Looks like we turned these guys back. Now, I don't think this is interesting because we just fleed to the edges and they didn't follow us with the main body of the army. And it looks like these guys are winning this battle. I need to pick my units again. Yeah, those guys are fleeing. So, I'm not exactly sure what... Okay, now it looks like these guys are coming to try and get us out of here. So now I want to set up, at the very least, so that I'm ready for them.
Melee troops! Double time! Great orders! Hail! Riders, move out! Commander!
That's their... I believe this is their general. So I'm not exactly sure what their plan is at this point. We don't have the upper hand. They've got the large body of the army which did not follow us. And I'm not sure what to think here. I mean, I put myself at the edge assuming they would just knock me off the battlefield. But I'm not exactly sure what what to expect with these guys. Got my cavalry coming in. Try and figure out what to think about this. I don't know where my other artillery is, my other slingers and so forth. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
If they want to fight, then come to the right people.
They have some pretty, funny sounding things that they say. Apparently everybody back then had a British accent. They're pretty confident, although I know a large size army rests just over that hill, so I don't know exactly what to do here. I kind of expected they would come wipe me out, and I don't think we can. There's the rest of my guys. Just retreat. This may end up being a longer battle than I had reckoned. But this is their general, I believe.
Well, it looks like they've taken the bait. At the ready, men.
Yeah, that doesn't sound ominous or anything. Taking the bait, they're waiting for us to come up. So I'll have them meet up. I could do flaming shot, we'll use that, maybe that'll scatter them.
Jupiter gives us strength.
I'm gonna charge at them, double click.
Charge!
They'll run up the hill now. I don't know where the rest of this force is. That's an uphill charge on horseback. That could take a while. These guys might not even begin firing by that point. I'm gonna tell these guys to hold their fire.
Halt, men.
Let's see what these guys do. It didn't look like they were prepared for that charge. We kind of came in and took them there. I'm going to have these guys retreat back down now and then attack with these guys.
Romans, ready for duty. Fire on the enemy.
I don't know why these guys are scared. Alright, now those guys are firing into them.
Keep your aim low.
So that's good.
Hit them in the fat bellies.
Now these guys are trying to chase them down the hill. They're chasing after horses. And we halted them. Check this volley out. Light them up, guys. They're just taking it. They're not even moving on us.
I've seen.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Alright, these guys... No, I don't want to have them attack. I'll have them go close enough, maybe they can do something. Maybe these guys have been forgotten about, I hope. But I really have all of my... all of my force right here, and the rest of their army's over that hill. This could take a while and not actually result in anything. It looks like their army's on the move.
Brave Romans to a man.
These guys are now moving up. Can't believe they're dressed like this.
Until you have a good target.
So we're spear chucking, and they're just standing there.
Graveyard whores 3 days dead, with more about them than you.
There's one of our horses.
Fire, you fools!
And we're not really dropping much. It seems like they're not that intimidating fast. We go check from their perspective.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
That's got to be those guys. We'll have these guys go. Actually, no, we're going to have those guys go. Because these guys are about to make their charge. It says they're taking fire. I don't see from where. Here they come. Ooh, a nice little charge before they come running in. And here they come. Here's the flash. Some hand-to-hand going on. Wait, we gotta have our guys hold off. Let's see here. So here it shows heavy melee infantry wavering, losing current combat. These guys are very heavy infantry. They're winded.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display. That's why the enemy didn't do anything but this one group. So that's the end of the battle. I'm not even going to save that replay. That lasted longer than it needed to. Spurious Laternessus, 2,040 men deployed, 853 losses. Minimantius, 1890, only lost 624. There was actually quite a bit of losses in that battle I didn't recognize. 15 minutes long. Spurious killed in battle. Not a good result for us. It looks like we at least both get to keep over 1,000 guys. A close defeat. I can't believe that ended
Retreat!
that way, when it could have been so much worse. Now they're trying their sabotage with their special agents. Ooh, they actually they put a battle marker there for a major battle. I guess it became a major battle because we were going to get routed and we didn't. I mean, we lost, but
the gods weep when men
out.
battle fruitlessly. Can you help us in this war and please the gods through victory?
Okay, so Epirus wants us to join the war against Carthage. They'll pay us 1560. Currently have a military alliance with them. Their version of us is that we're trustworthy. They think we're trustworthy. We feel that they're confident but unreliable. Carthage is kind of against the ropes, and I don't mind going to war with them now. I'm going to accept it.
So it is done. You have shown great prudence in your choices today.
I was reluctant to team up with Epirus at this point, because I never really felt Epirus was a friend. Historically, they weren't.
Once we were proud to be your allies. But the years change much in men's hearts, do they not?
Well, this is interesting. So Colchis calling off their alliance. They're at war with the Dacothracians. I don't know why they see us as untrustworthy. That doesn't make sense to me. Now I'm being attacked here. This is my garrisoned group. They have 1745 to my 1650. It looks like they have the upper hand based on the strength of the opposing forces. But I'm garrisoned. And I even have ballista and war dogs. I'm gonna retreat.
Regroup and fall back!
Because I don't want to fight a battle that I'd likely lose.
Long-standing trade partners develop a healthy respect for each other, reflected by increased income from trade routes over the life of the agreement.
As she said, and here is the death of my general Spurius Blosius Laterensis. True hero of Rome has died valiantly whilst fighting for the people. Honor him. Of course, he was caught in a forced march. And now here's some political intrigue. Another family seeks to adopt one of our characters. Pasuius Tetidius Brachus. He's got some gravitas. Now I wouldn't allow the adoption because I have a ton of money. So I'm going to stop the adoption, which is going to cost me. This is the replacement for the 6th Legion of Illyrica, the guy I lost in battle. I'm going to have him be there. I could either go with Servius Fundanus, I'm looking at this last name, Nada Varus, Publius Cassius Varus. I gotta go with Varus because of the sound, the historical sound of that. Varus, give me back my legions. Here now you can see in the last battle here, we got a marker on the field. At a major battle it will show us. Battle of Massilla, 138 BC, defeated by the Averni. It actually turned into a close match when it was going to be a blowout. Then I'll go through these, find out that Samira and the Gatai have gone to war, show me where they're at. Construction is complete of my Biscarium, which is in the sea there. Military subversion attempt by Denicia. It's this Celtic woman trying to subvert our forces there. Trait gained, enjoys the games. Alright, he's been in town a while. In Carthage. Household expands. Let's see, I've got a characters already in the household. I got a Master Smith, plus 5 armor for all units, plus 5% chance of successfully launching an ambush. I'm going to keep the army, so I'm going to send this person to the pool. Issue the edict in Cisalpina, the Romanization. Cisalpina. Edict issue Corsica, Sardinia, bread and games, which is going to boost their food. Which, if I click on them, yes, now they got a surplus. Shipwrights report. 3 more ships created there. Our hidden agent is exploded. A hidden agent exploded. Liscos, another Celt, and that's how I'm going to end the broadcast. It wasn't that exciting, I understand, but you got to see a little bit of the battle. You didn't get to see a naval battle or anything. So again, that's kind of where I'm in history of making the push north and west. See how this goes. I'm hoping I can get up to Britain by about 47 BC, so I could sort of emulate that historically. It's going to take a push, but I think I could take these Averni here. They had me in a better position, and I was able to hold them off. So I think if I meet them on an even field of battle, I can take them. And then I got to push into Spain. If I could take out the Lusitani and the Averni, I've got nothing stopping me. Of course I say that now, but you know, history's shown that's not always the case. Anyway, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. I'll do the next one. Follow along. Thanks for watching.